Hi, Big Tractor Power fans. I'm at the 2022 National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky. We're going to visit with Matt from Case IH about the new Magnum 400 AFS Connect tractor. And this looks like a very impressive machine with the RowTrac feature and now 400 engine horsepower.
I would love to show you and teach you more about my new favorite tractor in the lineup, 400 horsepower. So this is a new model for us about a year ago. We've had a really good, successful first year and change with the tractor, and now we're showing it off here at the National Farm Machinery Show. This tractor behind us is our 400 RowTrac. 400 RowTrac is a power shift transmission. So our new 21-speed power shift transmission exclusive to the 400 model, whether it's on wheels or on tracks. This tractor behind me, showing off some of our latest, our latest comfort features. Productivity and ride control come from hydraulic suspension on our front axle, adjustable from in the cab, so you can choose your ride quality from in the cab.
So one of the unique things about this tractor is that it has a four-wheel drive front wheel assist type axle up front and tracks in the back. What advantages does this provide to the farmer?
So our Magnum RowTrac line of tractors has been customer driven as the best in-field performance. We balance the traction and the turning performance in low maintenance characteristics of a tire up front. We use the lead and the lead lag concept like all of our other Magnums. So the front axle and the front tire pulls a little bit faster than the tracks on the back. It gives us balance and power and pull. We have the ability to lock up our differential locks on the front axle as well as the rear axle in a heavy pull. But come on back, let's look at the track in undercarriage a little bit to better understand it. With our tire on the front, we get our best steering performance. We've got a suspended axle option where we can get the best ride performance. And then when we get back to the business end of the Magnum, the track on the back, we have multiple track offerings to fit whatever row crop scenario you're looking for, from 16 inches, 18, 21, 24, or 30-inch wide tracks to get that power to the ground from the primary drive end of the tractor. We use a positive drive wheel to track lug and lots of flotation underneath. That big wide track lays down a rubber highway for the tractor to roll along. So where we pick up the ride and the power transfer in our undercarriage has to do with our complete undercarriage follows the contour of the ground on a pivot pin. So nearly 6 feet of track on the ground, several axles, 3 axles of bogey wheels, as we call those small roller wheels. Big idlers on the front and back give this tractor the ability to lay down that rubber highway, the track, and it rolls along through the field, putting all that power to the ground with less compaction than a comparable set of tires. Other technology features on the AFS Connect tractor, all new LED lights, but interestingly enough, we put a camera on the front of the tractor and one on the rear of the tractor, and work ports for 2 more cameras on the implement so you can operate safely. Full visibility around the machine for safe transport and safe in-field visibility.
Well, I know that camera is really nice too when you're pulling out of the field up onto a main road. You kind of get that view of what's coming out in front of you.
The eagle eye view a little bit further in front of you, right?
Certainly.
Absolutely.
And what kind of spacing do you have, do they typically offer on these, on the track machines like this one?
So on RowTrac, we make this very universal and configurable. We can narrow the tractor up as wide as 76 inches, or 80 inches, or 96 inches, or 80, excuse me, or 100 inches, or 120 inches, or 132 inches, or 136, 144, and 152. Really trying to make this tractor fit every one of my specialty crops needs. So whether we're in a corn and beans operation, narrow rows or wide rows, our potato operations, you name it, we've got a row spacing that will work. will marry up the width of the front tire with the width of the track. So we've got multiple configurations, once again, to fit your row spacing configurations. We can do a track as narrow as 16 inches wide or as wide as 30. More flotation, more traction. But if you're trying to protect that high value crop in between the rows, 16 inches will protect that root growing zone.
I've heard that these are really good for potatoes because you don't have that pinch point, and you're not, even though if you're just harvesting, you're not pressing down on them, and sounds like it's a great tractor for that specialty crop.
Whether it's corn, soybeans, or potatoes, what we have the ability is no duals, only one set of tracks through the field between your rows. This particular tire, this is really set up to be a 30-inch wide configuration or a big tillage tractor, but we would match a narrower tire with a narrower track. Protect that root growing zone, protect that crop, but especially potatoes at harvest time.
And what type of engine is this? A different engine than your 380 and 340, or is it what kind of power plant is in there?
So this is our FPT 8.7 liter engine. It is common to the rest of the Magnum family. Now, we do change some things in the horsepower and torque curve, some componentry along the way, but the base engine is consistent with our 250 all the way up through our 400.
Oh, it's an impressive tractor for sure.
It's impressive sitting here. It's more impressive when we put it in dirt.
Absolutely. Well, let's go up and take a look at the cab and see what kind of features we have there.
Lots to see. Come on up. Let's go check it out.
All right. So we're up in the cab of the 400 Magnum, and this is the AFS Connect cab, which means it has a lot of technology and features. One of the things I've been impressed with the new AFS Magnums and Steigers is the camera system, so you can see ahead and behind, and especially when you have something like the 550T back there, having that rear view is important going down the road. What should we know about this new 400? What are some of the things that make it a little bit different than the rest of the Magnum line?
So we've thoroughly enjoyed showing off the new Magnum 400. Not only is the hood sticker a little bit bigger, means we make a little more power, but it's a brand new transmission for us as well. So we've evolved our 18 and 19 speed transmission into a 21 speed transmission. Gives me a slower first gear, and 18th and 19th gear are now replaced by 20 and 21, which gives me more overdrive. So when I'm rolling down the road, actually doing it with less engine RPM, saving some fuel while we're running between fields.
Very nice. And I know when we come over here and look, we've got our AFS 1200 Pro screen, which is the kind of the brains of the operation, so you see what's happening. And I really like this kind of iPad look where all the main issues like your temperatures and your gauges and things are all right there, and it really cleans up the view of the cab pretty nicely.
Absolutely. So within the new AFS Connect cab, I appreciate that you mentioned the cameras. Not only is there a front mounted camera on the tractor and one facing the rear, we actually have the ability to plug 2 implement cameras into the back of the tractor and then populate those pictures up on the display. We can even teach the display now to rotate between all the different camera views. So if we're looking at multiple pieces of our implement, we're in full command from here in the cab.
Very nice. And then this tractor is not available with the CVX transmission, but you have the new power shift, which sounds like it's a really good way to go when you're at 400 horsepower. I noticed that the handset here is set up the same way as your CVX. It has the wheel. So what does this wheel do when it isn't a CVX drive?
So our customers have fallen in love with the ability to command speed from your handle and the CVX. So we have that actual ability to do so very much the same way in a power shift tractor. We call it APM, Auto Productivity Manager, where I can set a cruise control, and simply pushing the handle all the way forward will take me to that cruise control speed. As I pull the handle back, the tractor will actually drop speed, whether it's downshifting or backing off on engine RPMs. Just another way to drive effortlessly and save fuel while you're doing it. That little orange scroll wheel that you had pointed out, that's how you change your cruise control. Just keep it simple.
Definitely laid out very nicely. And I also noticed here we have an armrest that slides forward and back, and you have 2 dials here. What are those used for?
So our customers have told us sometimes when they're in the field working with a hydraulic motor application, they want independent control of flow out of the hydraulic remotes. So we've designed our armrest to give us a physical flow control, so the customer doesn't even have to navigate up into the Pro 1200 display. Instead, he can slide the armrest cover back, put his fingers on the mechanical knobs, and actually adjust the flow of his hydraulics on the go while he's out working in the field.
Very handy feature. And just again on the cab, you've got nice setup here with radio and air conditioning and your lights as well as speakers, and also just seems like the cab's a little bit more rounded than the past Magnums for improved visibility. And I like looking over here that Matt has got the doors, the whole side of the cab now, so good. Absolutely. Easy access. Easy access.
From our prior generation, we removed a pillar, which actually gives us better visibility out of the left-hand side of the cab. You notice that, and pointed out that the radio and the climate controls are up in the headliner. They're actually also integrated through the display and the armrest now. So if you want to follow the same way we've always adjusted the radio, you can reach up and adjust the radio. Otherwise, simply pushing on a little button with the music note, or the climate, or a hydraulics, or if you've linked your phone via Bluetooth, you can answer and end a call right from the fingertips of the right-hand armrest.
Well, that makes it pretty easy. I like that, just if I gotta answer the phone, just hit the button.
Yep, absolutely. We want this to be our customer's office. They're going to spend long hours out here, in here. We want to be comfortable. We want to be capable.
Very good. Well, thank you very much for the information on this tractor, and I'm really looking forward to seeing one out in the field, whether it's on wheels or tracks. It's nice to have both of those features available for the Magnum. Absolutely. We love showing the tractor off here at a setting like here at the show. It's more fun to get them in the dirt. Absolutely. Put them to work. Well, thank you very much. And people that are watching this, if you want to know more about the 400 Magnum or the other Magnums in the lineup, check out caseih.com or visit your local dealer. Absolutely.